Hey everyone, today we are going to learn about how to do the double number line strategy to solve percent problems. This may be a strategy that you've been waiting for this whole chapter to really let it click. Some of you may go through this and be like, I like it, but I'm going to go back to my other strategies. Some of you may be like, this is it. Works for me. So let's get to it. You are going to be able to use the double number line strategy to solve percent problems. So let's review a little bit. If you are looking for the percent, you are going to either fraction hating troll the part and whole into a decimal and then a percent, or you're going to use it the ratio way, right? When you are looking for the part, you have the whole, but the part is missing. You can mental math that. You can turn it into a decimal. You can solve it the ratio way, or you can be able to do the double number line way that I'm going to teach you, okay? This is really beneficial when you're looking for the whole because there's not very many strategies for solving when you're looking for the whole. Yes, you can use it the ratio way. You can also use it the double number line way. And I like to give you two strategies, right? So you can check your work and make sure that you've done it correctly. So let's wonder why this one's not there. Oh, here are the steps to setting up a double number line. So you're going to draw a number line. For the first in your notes, I'm going to have the number line for you, but on your own, you can just draw a line. Hopefully that's not too difficult for you. You're going to put percents on top and numbers on bottom. Here's what I mean by that. You're going to put this at 0%, the end of the number line. And over here, you're going to put this at 100%. Okay. Now, the second thing you're going to do is the number they gave you the total or the part? So is this 18 right here? Is it the whole or is it the part? Well, it says that it is 20% of a number that we're trying to look for. So we're trying to look for a number, and 18, well, it says 18 is only 20% of that part, and 20% is about right there. Wouldn't you agree? So 18 is 20%. Now what we're going to do is we're going to continue drawing this number line until it includes 20% and 100%. So we're going to divide it into percentage increments that will include 20 and 100. So if I just count by 20s, I will eventually hit 100, won't I? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So that's how I'm going to divide up the rest of this number line. So if you'll do that with me, we're going to put 40% right here, 60% right here, and 80% right here. You'll try to do it evenly, right? But no one's perfect. So now what we have is a double number line. We have percents on top and we have numbers on bottom. And if you look at our numbers, we start here at 0. And if our first tick mark is 18, well, that means that the next tick mark is going to be 36, right? Because if we're going 18, 18, 18, this is 18, this is another 18, this is 18, 18, 18. Just like on top, we had each of these was 20%, 20, 20, 20, 20 until we get to 100. The bottom is 18, 18, 18, 18. Okay, so if we just keep going, I don't know what 36 plus 18 is. It is 54. Okay, then I'm going to add another 18 to that and get 72. And another 18 to that to get 90. So the question was, 18 is 20% of what number? It is 20% of 90. Okay, hopefully you followed along with me. And if you're like, what in the world was that? No worries. This is your first time going through that trail. So it's a little weedy, totally understandable. Let's try more examples though. The next one in your notes is, what is 30% of 180? Let's start with labeling our number line with percents on bottom and numbers on percents on top, numbers on bottom. And is this, let's make sure there's a 30% in here. What is 30% of 180? Well, that's the whole, isn't it? We are trying to figure out what is 30% of 180. So now that we've got those labeled, what we need, we've got all of that put in. What we need to do now is divide up that number line to include 30% and 100%. We can't count by 20s this time, correct? Because 20, 40, 68, we don't even hit 30%. So we have to hit 30% and 100%. We can't count by 30s because that would be 30, 60, 90, 120, and we would miss 100%. So is there something else we can count by that will hit 30 and 100? We could count by 10% because 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, right? We'll hit both of those up. So that means that we got to have 10 percentages all the way up to 100. So do that with me. 50% should be somewhere in the middle, right? Because that's what 50% is. I'm not very equal in my tick marks, am I? But we can see that we are counting, this number line is counting by 10%. All right, now what we got to do is we got to count everything on the bottom. What we know is that we are going to end at 180. We're dividing, we have 10 equal marks. So what can I count by? So if I count 10 times, I get to 180. Can't count by tens, right? Because that would just get me to 100. So, I know what I can do. I can go 180 divided by 10 since I have 10 equal parts there, and that would give me 18. Do you see that? So I'm going to count by 18 again. Oh, can I remember what they were? 54, 72, 90, 108, 120, 138. Does that sound right? I'm going to have to back up. 90 plus 18 is, yeah, no, 118, right? 90, yep. Okay, I already messed up. 118, add another 18. Wait, no, Ms. Madsen, you can add. Found my mistake. 90 plus 18 is just 108. I was right the first time. Okay, then 108 plus 18 will be 126. 126 plus 18 will be 2, 3, 4, 144. 144 plus 18. If I did this right, I should land at 180, huh? Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 162, and 162 plus 18. Yay, I did it right because I got to 180. Cool. Okay, but I just realized technically I could have stopped right here because I just wanted to know what 30% of it was. So what is 30% of 180? It is 54. Let's keep going. Let's keep practicing. So if a grizzly bear hibernates, its heart rate drops to 20 beats per minute. That's only 25% of its normal value. What is its normal heart rate? Honestly, I'm such a ratio fan that I have to set it up this way to understand. 20 is not the total, right? It's a heartbeat when it hibernates, so it's not its normal regular total amount. So I'm going to put it on top. Okay, so let's make a number line. I think you have a number line in your notes, but I'm going to have to draw a number line. I'm going to start with my zeros, get up to 100%. I want to include 25%. Okay, and 20 beats per minute is 25%. So I'm going to put 20 down here. All right, so now I'm going to break up the rest of my number line. 25% and 100%. If I just keep counting by 25, I am going to hit 100%, right? So then I'm just going to keep counting by 20s. 40, 60, 80. I found out that its normal heart rate is 80 beats per minute. Okay. There was $1,200 available for field trips at the school. 30% of that was available for 6th grade. Would you like to say hi?
No.
No. Porter just woke up. He doesn't want to say hi. I doubt any of you, if you had parents that were teachers, would want to say hi to their early morning school videos. All right. So 30% is available for 6th grade, and this $1,200, that's the total amount that's available for field trips, right? So we're going to put that on bottom. All right, so let's label our double number line, and we want it to have 30%, and we want it to have 1,200. 1,200 is the total amount. It's 100% of the available funds, so it's going to come over here under the 100%. Okay. It's the 30%, which we know we can count by tens, can't we? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. And we just want to get to 30%, but we got to figure out what we're going to count by. So if we're at 1,200 total, and we want to divide that into 10 percentages, then that will be 120. So we'll go 120, 240, 360. Boom. So how much is available for 6th grade? $360 is available for 6th grade, which honestly would cover one bus to Utah State. Buses are really expensive to rent. I don't know why. But that would get us, half of the 6th grade to Utah State. All right, 21 is 70% of what number? I would love it if you wanted to pause and try this on your own. How far can you get on your own before you're like, oh, I don't know what to do next? Okay, and then push play. First thing we're going to do is label. Next thing we're going to do, let's put the 70% in there. And let's put the 21 in there. 21 is 70%. So it's going to go straight down there, isn't it? All right, now let's keep labeling the top of it to include 70% and 100%. And I think the only way we can do that is counting by tens, huh? So let's keep counting by tens, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. These are all percents, right? 80% and 90%. This one's a little bit different. I'm glad we're going to get to a problem like this. So what are we going to count by to make sure that we hit 21 at this tick mark? Well, if we look, we know this is 0. We know this is 21. How many tick marks are there from 0 to 21? There's 7 of them, right? Because it's 70%. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aha! So what can we count by that if we count it 7 times, we'll hit 21? Well, 21 divided by 7 is 3, isn't it? So we should be able to count by 3. So let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Good. Let's keep going till we get to 100%. 21, 24, 27, and 30. So 21 is 70% of 30. Yeah, that sounds right, huh? Very cool. All right, so you've now done a few examples of using a double number line. I want to give you a chance to try it completely on your own with this question. Emily, has sent 36 text messages so far this week. That is already 60% of the total number she's allowed in 1 week. What is the total number of text messages Emily can send in 1 week? Try it. How far did you get? Did you make it all the way to the final? If not, don't worry. Let's just keep working on it. Let's go 0% to 100%. Let's include 60% and 36. So 60% would be about right here. Now, is 36 all of the messages, or is that the 60% of the messages? It says that is already 60%. So 36 is 60% of the total number she's allowed. So we're figuring out the total number that she is allowed. What can I count by that will hit 60 and 100? I could count by tens, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. But what if I just counted by 20%? Then I'd have less things that I have to draw, and I would still hit 60%, plus I would hit 100%, plus it'd be less tick marks. So if you did it by tens, you still will get the same answer, but I'm going to do it by 20s. And I'm going to figure out between 0 and 36, what are these two going to be? Can I count by 12s? 12 plus 12 is 24, plus 12 is 30. Yeah, we're going to count by 36, by 12s, right? And I could do that this way as well. There are 1, 2, 3 tick marks. So 36 divided by 3 is 12. So that's how I know I can divide by, or I can count by 12s. 12, 24, 36, 48, and the next one is 60. So Emily can send 60 messages in 1 week. All right. Don't worry, I'm going to keep giving you practice. Whatever practice I send you, I'll make sure that I do a video because I know this is a brand new skill. But if it clicks for you, then that is awesome. That will be another good strategy for you to use when you're trying to figure out percentage problems. See you later.